Hi guys! Welcome back. My name is Jen. I go by the Leafy Geek here and on Instagram. So thanks for coming back if you're returning, and if you're new, this is my plant channel. I have a lot of them. Talk about them here. It's a nice day and I thought I would do a repot. I've had this sansevieria, this whale fin, hanging out in some water. I just recently got him, not too long ago, a few days ago. So he's been kind of acclimating a little bit. I do want to get him into some soil, so that's what we're going to do today. And I have my soil prepped here. I've got my terracotta pot he's going to be going into. And I am going to leave, it did come with a pup. I am going to leave this on here because I'm not too sure it would make it if I took it off quite yet. So I am keeping them together. I'll repot them together. And while I'm doing that, I thought that I would jump on the train a little bit late, but I thought I would do the Truthful plant tuber tag that was started probably at least maybe a month or two ago at this point by My Clean Leaves. And I saw a bunch of them out there, and then I watched Betsy Begonia's video, and she kind of tagged everybody, so I felt like, hey, I'm gonna do it. Better late than never. We're gonna repot. We're going to do the Truthful plant tuber tag. I have questions on my computer right here, so I'm just gonna get going. Question 1, have you ever received a plant-related product, tried it, and decided not to review it? I have a lot of grow lights in my home, and I know I featured a few on some videos recently about my winter setup. And some of them I did feature, some of them I did not, and those tend to be the ones that I like the least that I have right now. I do have some purple lights, the ones that they produce the red and blue light for the plants, which the plants I have growing under them do well. They seem to like that light combo. They're just ugly, and I don't know how to film them, and they get hot, and I don't know. I tend to turn them off when I'm doing plant tours and stuff. I don't really like them. Question 2, plant accessory you use but never show on camera. It's a pretty big staple in my house. This is my main watering can. If I do show this on camera, I don't show what I use to fill this on camera, which is 4 or 5 old washed out gallon milk jugs, because I do use water from my refrigerator filter, but I like to let that sit and get to room temperature before I put it into the watering can and water my plants with it. So I would say those, you don't want me to show you a bunch of milk jugs, you know what those look like, but the watering can is a staple for sure. Number 3, plant accessory you'd like to buy but won't because the brand is shady. I don't know. Nothing comes to mind immediately. Number 4, do you have any blocked words on your channel? I do not. I wish that I could block the word moist, because I am one of those people who hate that word, but it's a really good descriptor when it comes to plant care and plant, soil and all of that, I just don't like it. I know I've used it. If I could block one word, it'd probably be that one. Number 5, do you delete comments? If yes, why? I don't. I'm still pretty new to YouTube. I have not run into any issues thus far. Nothing weird, nothing creepy, nothing mean. So that would kind of be my standard, is to not be mean. Don't be mean on my channel, and I won't delete your comments. 6, have you ever blocked anyone? No, not yet. What is a plant you're fed up with? I love the plants that I have. I tend to be pretty selective with the types of plants I get, so I want to, fill my home with plants that I'm going to enjoy I don't really just get plants to have them, except in the case of my calatheas, it seemed like. So I rescued a couple of rhubarba calatheas from, I think they were just hanging out in like that little get well soon corner of Target where they have like the plants and the cards and all of that. I like those ones. Those ones I really enjoy. The one I'm kind of fed up with is my rattlesnake calathea. I did not get that at Target. I got that from like a local garden center here in my town. It's so anticlimactic. It went through a phase where it just hated life, and it was one of my few plants that really kind of struggled this winter. I didn't have too many. It didn't like get any disease or pest issues or anything, but the leaves just kind of decided they didn't want to be leaves anymore and crisped up. They're still pretty crispy. A lot of the older growth, the original leaves, decided they didn't want to be around anymore. However, now I'm noticing some signs of life from it. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to try and show you. There's some new shoots popping up in the middle there, and then some of these leaves up here are doing really well. They're not crispy. They are being cute. Lancifolia leaves. So, I don't know. I don't like giving up on plants necessarily. So I kept this one around. I'm just not super excited about it at this point. 8. First person to come to mind that you trust the most in the plant community. That's interesting, mainly because I'm still getting to know everybody, and, you know, actually doing interactions, like direct communication with people on here and on Instagram. I'm excited to get to know more people who live near me, where we can do meetups in person. I know some of that has already been arranged, so that's exciting to me. I would love to get to know fellow plant people in my area up here in Minnesota. That would be really, really exciting. I would say online, someone who really I think I would trust because just she's very genuine is Pam from Pam's Pretty Plants. She posted a video on how to get started on YouTube, and that kind of resonated with me because I've been an avid follower on here of plant knowledge. And kind of felt like I had stuff I could share, but didn't really know how to get started. And her video and then her, you know, posts, they're very encouraging and open to people just starting out in this community. So I would say that Pam is one who I genuinely would trust and would like to, you know, get to know. Whose channel do you gravitate to for the most information on something? I do have a core group that I follow pretty regularly. You know, Not Dude is one, Betsy Begonia is one, Plant Arena, of course. She's got a lot of plants and a lot of knowledge. Who else? Summer Rain Oaks, Summer Rain Oaks, definitely. As far as information goes, she's got it. She's got a ton. I have her book. And do you gravitate to for a good laugh? Well, that is definitely Betsy Begonia. 100%. 100%. That girl is hilarious. Really enjoy her content. I'm really glad that she's back after taking a little bit of a break there. But yeah, awesome. Thanks, Betsy. Halfway through, let's get this guy in soil. Got a good root system here. Not entirely sure how the little pup's gonna do. There's some edges that are kind of shriveled, so I'm definitely gonna get this into soil here so it can get some nutrients. And I'm just putting it in a terracotta pot in my regular Espoma potting mix. I kind of switched to Espoma. Confession here, a lot of my plants are in Miracle-Gro. And they're doing fine. My experience. But I did switch over to Espoma. I wanted to give it a try. And I have been enjoying it. My plants seem to be as well. So this is just my regular Espoma, the Espoma potting mix, plus some extra perlite for aeration on this guy. Someone you'd like to meet in real life that is a plant tuber? Again, a lot of people. Probably pretty much everybody I've mentioned. And of course, I think the closest ones to, making that a reality would be my local folks here up in Minnesota. A lot of those guys are on Instagram, I've seen, but I know Pammy's Planty Things is up here. Urban Jungle MSP is up here. That would be fun to meet up. I'm hoping to go to some of the plant meetups that they have been arranging. I know they've done a lot of planting meetups, and we're going to have a plant swap coming up at Tonkadale Nursery and Greenhouse in March. So that I'm going to try and get there. That would be fun. The number one plant on your wish list right now. My wish list is pretty thin at the moment because I have quite a few plants that I genuinely am happy about. Hoya Matilde is up there. And hopefully, I did order that from Logi's. I was flipping through my saved online plant seller bookmarks on my phone the other day and hopped on Logi's, and out of nowhere, Matilde was available after probably a year at least of not being available. So I bought that, snapped that up. So that's pending. Hopefully that'll come soon. That's up there. Calistophylla is another Hoya that I'd be really interested in acquiring somehow. I really like the veination. The leaves that have just the dark veins on them just really appeal to me. 13, if you could collab with one plant tuber, who would it be? I'm going to say Betsy. I'm going to say Betsy Begonia. There's a lot of folks I'd like to meet someday and even collab with at some point, maybe. But Betsy would be, I would love to go to France. Parce que je parle un peu de français. Betsy. That would be hilarious and fun, I feel like. It'd just be a good old time, bumming around France, looking for plants. I'm a poet. Soil or leca is question 14. Soil right now. I've definitely been watching the leca videos, and I'm kind of intrigued, especially where like my Hoyas would be concerned. So I think that would be kind of fun, but I don't have the setup yet. Still just a pretty solid soil person. I like my mix. It seems to work. My plants seem to like it. I have watering down pretty well with all of them. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Name one person in another country you'd love to collab with. So definitely Betsy Begonia. Otherwise, someone I found relatively recently on here is the channel. Her channel's name is Inquisitive Greens, and I believe she is in Sweden, I want to say. So that would be kind of fun to hang out with her. I love her plants. I love her setup. Just looks really fun. So I would definitely say Inquisitive Greens is on there. Era and Deathly is pretty fun. So yeah, I think any of those three folks. In-store plant shopping or online? It's a great question because I have a pretty solid experience with both. I do enjoy online plant shopping because I can acquire some of those harder to find Hoyas that just my local plant nurseries aren't prepared or don't have available yet. But I kind of a mix of both. I do like going to a place and just being amongst them, amongst the plants. That is a fun experience too. So yeah, I'm pretty tied, pretty in the middle there. What videos do you like more? Houseplant tours or repottings? I really enjoy the houseplant tours, I think. I'm gonna go with that answer. Mainly I just like looking at people's setups where they have certain plants in their homes, and yeah, I really just I like that. I like seeing what people's aesthetics are, what their design aesthetic is, and just the creative ways they incorporate plants into their spaces. I really enjoy seeing that how people do that, because I'm constantly working on that myself. 18, there is a zombie apocalypse. First plant you'd grab. Probably this guy. I wanted to say something creative like aloe vera, because it'll heal my cuts if I get wounds or bitten by a zombie. Aloe vera can't heal zombie bites, right? No, wrong, no. Or like one of my Ripsalis that is currently being studied for medicinal properties, like all of these cooler answers than what I have. But no, it would be this guy, because it's pretty. 19, how many plants do you own right now? I haven't counted in a while. On my spreadsheet, I don't know if this is going to show up on camera, I have a spreadsheet of plants. I don't want to hit a button and delete everything, but it's my tracking. It's how I track what I have, if I give any away, if any die. Yeah, so I'm going to quick count. So I have about 125 plants in my home right now. Doesn't include cuttings. It's a lot of plants. And I might have more because some of those are like, I have 2 or 3 of one type of plant. So maybe a good estimate is like 140. Oh my God. Last question, question 20. Do you have any big plans for your channel in 2020? I would like to do some more plant tours of different planty places. So that would mean getting out and about. I'd like to go to some places around my home that highlight plants, that feature plants. The University of Minnesota has some great resources. I would love to film at Como Park Conservatory in St. Paul. I would love to film at the Landscape Arboretum out my way here in Victoria. And I would love to travel and to do more collaborations with people. Those are some ideas that I have. I know it's kind of vague, but it's definitely what I'm going for right now. It's just more adventurous planty content. I know it's hard sometimes. We kind of get into a space of there are only so many videos you can make about plants. But I don't know. I like it. I like this community a lot. So I'm excited to be here and really just keep filming because they're really pretty. Plants are pretty. Here's my potted up sansevieria, my whalefin. Looking good. So I'm going to give this guy a water to kind of compact the soil a little bit. I just got soil all over my lap. Smart Jen. So he's done, ready to go, happy in his new little home. And thank you for watching. This has been the Truthful Plant Tuber Tag created by Nicole at My Clean Leaves. And the universe was tagged by Betsy Begonia, and so that's why I am doing this video. So please feel free to like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to hang out with me more, and until next time, enjoy your plants.